Traveling has changed a lot since the pandemic. No more visiting other countries, no more people gatherings, no more concerts, and it seemed like all the fun things we used to do were now gone. And that's why my family and I had to find a way to travel and not feel stuck. You see, throughout the years we've been to quite a lot of places, like guest houses, hotels, villas, bungalows, cabins, hostels, caravans, and all kinds of accommodation. But when COVID hit, our traveling plans drastically changed.
Malaysia has confirmed its first citizen to be affected.
Patients in Sydney, including a health worker, infected.
And the whole traveling industry was no longer the same.
The airlines are reeling.
Across Italy, travel is restricted
and scrapping its regional airline as it grapples with mounting losses.
Paris no longer has its notoriously long queues. Millions in one of the world's biggest industries suffering a devastating blow to their livelihoods.
That's when we suddenly came across this really cool festival called Wake Up, and that they were looking for volunteers to help with building everything for it. The only requirement was to bring a tent to sleep in it. A what? A tent? We had slept in a tent only once before, and it wasn't the most pleasant experience. But we decided to give it a try and got fully equipped with everything we needed. That's when we discovered a whole new world for traveling and adventures. Sleeping in a tent gives you a sense of freedom and mobility, and you can sleep literally anywhere, like sleeping in dedicated camps with bathrooms, kitchens, electricity, water, and everything you basically need. Or sleeping in the wilderness, where the only limit is your imagination.
Rolling down the road and round the bend, everyone is rolling past, 'cause everyone is rolling faster than don't kill any.
And it's me again. We finally found a place which is very nice. It's in the woods. So yeah, we've been searching for a place like this because we want to be in the nature and just be in a quiet place, you know, not in the hustle and bustle. So yeah, we'll be staying somewhere here, and yeah, so wish us luck, and hopefully no bears will come to visit us. We get to exit reality and dive deeper into the way we used to live, in the nature, away from all technologies. And at some point we all need this, because we get so overwhelmed with all the information we receive on the news and even social media. So as a content creator, I've got to admit that it's really not easy keeping up with all the posting schedules, with the latest trends, and with overcoming the algorithm. Because it's really hard to every time come up with new creative ideas to shoot, to edit, and literally hours go into producing a single video like this one you're watching right now. And as a human being myself, I need to rest and to recharge my batteries, and the nature is the perfect way to do so, and I even get inspired from it. When camping, you are all by yourself and you have to spend some quality time with your travel mates. You have to find the place where to set up the camp, to start a fire, to start cooking, and you're basically so independent. You turn on the surviving mode and start thinking of ways how to satisfy your basic needs. You get away from that materialistic world, because when being in nature, it doesn't really matter how fancy clothes you wear, what expensive car you drive. All that stuff just doesn't matter. And probably my most favorite thing is that you have to get creative with thinking of ways of how to wash your hands, how to shower, how to cook, For example, we used to fill a bucket with water and get a cup and pour onto our hands, and this way we would wash our hands or wash the dishes. And for showering, we've got a dedicated tent and we heat water on our gas stove with which we pour ourselves, and that's the way we shower. And as far as food goes, as long as you have a gas stove, you're all ready to go. And the fireplace, because the fire will not only keep you warm and add a romantic note to your night, but it will also be a great way to cook.
Good morning, everyone. One good thing about sleeping in tents is that you don't have any annoying neighbors. The only neighbors you have is the nature and all the creatures that live in it.
And talking about creatures, that night we were hearing some really strange noises coming from the tent where we stored our food. Finding out that the disturber was a little hedgehog that was hidden in our dog's food.
Surprise! Това ни е животното, дето го спасихме. О, милички, как се е набузил. О, Бузю.
And now it was time for breakfast. We had something that is very common in Bulgaria: fried slices of bread with homemade jam and cheese. And after breakfast, we were now ready to explore the area around us and set off to an unknown adventure.
So, it's time to explore the area we are staying at and just get to know it better.
Being in nature, hearing the sounds of the forests and every creature that lives in it, breathing fresh air and forgetting about all the little problems that you have. That's what makes me relaxed. And as we were enjoying ourselves in the great outdoors, we suddenly came across this old abandoned Soviet Union campsite and we decided to explore it. But more on that in the video that's coming next week, so subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss it. So I hope that with this video I inspired you in some way to go out in nature and to grab a friend, grab a tent and go outside camping, because trust me, it's really an unforgettable experience and it will stay in your mind for so long. And you'll be so excited to tell your friends about the whole experience when you get home, and I hope that you inspire even more people to do so. Because the most important thing is to get to experience things that are different from our day-to-day life. It doesn't matter whether camping, going to hotels, to guest houses or whatever. Just travel. All the songs and sound effects I got from Audio Socket. It's a place where you can get copyright-free music and sound effects with more than 80,000 tracks to choose from. And the best feature is that you can place literally any link in their search box and they will provide you with a similar track to the one that you like. Follow the link in the description down below and start creating now.